Yes, sir.
All right, guys, welcome to lesson 69 of Digital Marketing 3, where we're going to be applying a case study to lesson 67 and lesson 68. So in lesson 67, we spoke about the long tail concept, and I explained to you guys, we even discussed it, that the long tail concept is derived from the Phipps law, whereby unpopular products are paired with popular products so that they can increase their popularity and frequency when customers interact or engage with those products. Then in the previous lesson, we spoke about the success factor of a brand. You guys suggested consistency, suggested engagement, endorsement, and affiliation, and all the suggestions that you had. And we also spoke about some of the success factors of a brand that we got from theory. We also spoke about brand identity, which is basically presented in form of a name, a logo, and so forth. But our focus was on a name, and I gave you guys the insights on how you could name a brand, and always avoid complicated names, because you want a name that is easy to pronounce, a name that is easy to remember, you know, a name that can even sync with different languages, considering that we are a diverse population in South Africa. It's always good to have a name that many cultures or many languages can easily pronounce or spell it out. You know, the name Boston, it's easy. Even a child can try to say Boston, you know. But we have come across complicated names, especially online. We know that this brand is very good. Everything is good about this brand, but it's so difficult to remember its name. And sometimes when the name is complicated, when the name is difficult to remember, customers can actually name that brand or shorten the brand. You know, we have got companies like PwC, you know, these big firms, KPMG. But if I were to ask you guys what PwC stands for, or what KPMG stands for, it would be difficult, you know, to say what those names stands for. But if I say EY, you would know that it's Ernst and Young. The same thing with BMW. People are not into cars. They know BMW, but if you ask them what does B stands for, M stands for, W stands for, it becomes something else. Or DSTV. Many people wouldn't know what DSTV stands for, you know. So those are the names that sometimes are as complicated as they can be. You can be able to come up with a shortened version. You can be able to come up with acronyms. For example, Dixon, Ntati said that you can actually call Dixon DK, you know. But what happens if someone wants to shorten Dixon and all of a sudden you are an undesirable name? People are calling you a Dick, which is something else that is, you know, it's not a respectable term, you know. So those are the things that we need to consider because they can affect a brand identity. We have come across so many names in societies, and sometimes you ask yourself, what were your parents thinking when they gave you this name? I was shocked that there's someone called John Cena. So you call a son John Cena, not knowing that John is a separate name, Cena is it's a surname for John Cena. So now all of a sudden you have got John Cena Mosala. Hmm? You've got John Cena Villagas. You'd be like, what's happening? Cena is a surname for John, but because you heard that there's a wrestler called John Cena, you thought of giving that person a name, John. I don't know. Do you come across these funny names, guys, in societies where you come from? I know that sometimes it's a funny African way of naming people. For example, you've got someone called Promise, Promise Banda. You've got someone whose name is Love Mo, Love Ness. You've got someone whose name is Power and stuff like that. So these are the things that you need to consider when it comes to an identity. What are the implications of naming on identity? So that's the question that you need to ask yourself about naming. As I said, guys, we all have brands. Even companies also have the brand that they protect. And it's always good to put your full name, as I said, so that it matches your full identity as an individual. So with this lesson, we are going to apply the long-term concept, the seed flow, to a case study. We are also going to use this as a revision on how the success factors can contribute to the long-term concept. So I've combined the terms that we covered in the previous lesson, the term of long-term concept, branding, brand equity, brand experience, brand advocate, and brand identity. You'd realize that all these terms are interlinked because the way you name yourself can contribute to brand identity, and your brand identity is going to contribute to brand experience. Brand experience will make customers talk more about you, which is brand advocacy, and brand advocacy will result to brand equity, something that is linked to your name and the symbols that are added to it. So just a recap. We discussed in lesson 7 that the long-tail marketing is a concept of selling large amounts of popular products in addition to low amounts of niche product in market. The theory is that combined profit of low demand products sales will be similar to that of popular products. A greater variety of products could generate more sales and reach more customers. So if you want to have more students who pass, if you want to have an increased pass average, you need to mix your intelligent kids with those who are not performing well. So the moment you are mixing those together, it means that those who are not performing well are going to learn from those who are performing well. At the end of the day, you've got the average improved mark in class. So the long-tail concept permeates everything brand do online and binds all facets of digital marketing. It is a very important concept and relevant for brands trying to create an online presence for their business. Long-tail marketing is a strategy that is typically used by online brands such as Amazon and Netflix. So while Netflix carries many popular shows and movies, how many of you guys are on Netflix?
Most of us.
So Ntati, you are well familiar with Netflix?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't, so maybe you can educate us. So while Netflix carries many popular shows and movies, it also carries just as many, if not more or less, popular titles. It has over 4,000 movies and 1,500 shows. The less popular titles contribute to the overall watch time and attract niche visitors. So realize that those that are less popular, they are sort of positioned in such a way that they can attract niche visitors. So unique visitors might be those who love adventurous movies or romantic movies and stuff like that. Then as revision for a brand identity, I'm not going to repeat this because we've just spoken about it in the previous lesson. We spoke about the law of a common name and the law of a proper name. I also established to you guys why a good name that is easy to pronounce, that is easy to spell, that is easy to remember can contribute to brand identity. Now, here is a case study that you are going to do. So search engine optimization is an important part of inbound marketing strategy and should be optimized on a site for hundreds, if not thousands of keywords, especially long tail key phrases. For example, digital marketing for lead generation would be a good long tail key phrase compared to inbound, to just inbound marketing. So what is inbound marketing? Inbound marketing is directing incoming marketing related inquiries, right? And you use that through search engine optimization, how people find you. So here we have got a site optimized for keywords, and let's look for a bakery. So let's say, guys, you have got an online bakery shop. Yes, Levo?
Oh, sir, I was asking in terms of the long tail concept for Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
So, sir, like, so there's like this thing where, let's say, for example, a popular movie or series is trending, right? But it's not on Netflix. And then let's say you search it on Google, and then like it would show Netflix on the SEO, right? And then
Yes.
after that, Netflix would give you a movie or a series that is like similar to what you are searching, even if it's something that they don't have. So that is long tail.
Yes, it is, of course, Lebo. So even if it's not the same movie, but the automation on SEO would see that you are looking for a romantic movie, for example, or an Indian movie or something like that. So it will sort of suggest to you a movie that they want you to watch because that movie is not being watched. So it becomes a long tail concept. Yes, correct. I actually wasn't thinking about that, but yeah, that's how you put it, Lev.
Okay, sir.
All right, so let's look at a bakery shop. We are a marketing team for an online bakery that sells 4 products. Let's identify the products that can be sold by a bakery, guys.
Brownies.
Brownies, 1. Let's have 4.
Cupcakes.
Cupcakes, 2. What else? We need 2 more.
Ikuku, sir.
Ikuku. What are you saying, Leo?
What did
There you go.
Leo, can you come again?
Oh, sir. No, sir, I was saying cake, sir, but I said it in Siswati.
Cookie.
Sir, I was
Oh,
saying
okay.
cake. Yeah,
Okay,
but
a cake.
Thanks.
it in Siswati, sir.
Lebo,
Good
don't try to
name.
beat me with your language. Is cake
There's a lot
in
going
your
on
Sisutu
here.
called ikuku?
There's a lot going on here.
It is.
Sir,
Oh,
I said Ikuku, sir.
It's a
you said in.
Dikuku, sir.
Ah,
Sir, I don't
guys,
know why
who
they
else
laughing.
speaks Soto
Sir.
He's
here?
laughing because it's a double entendre. Does not ease.
Kia, do you know Soto?
I do. They're laughing because it's a double entendre. That's why.
Double what?
It's a double entendre. It sort of has 2 meanings. The other one is It's for something else, like a risque. He knows. The cooking.
Okay, what is it?
Guys, can you please educate me here? I can't be educating you.
I
alone.
also want to understand what is the other meaning.
So, do you mean if you want a cake in suit, you say kibakla ikuku?
Not
Yes,
without the E. Without the E.
Yeah, it's the
you see,
Tati,
Sir,
Tati, can you please come up? Can you please say this sentence in Sutu? Yesterday, we went to a wedding and we enjoyed the cake.
Oh my god.
Say it.
say, my man,
Uh-huh.
Mobani, kile kwa linyalong,
Mhm.
and ka enjoy a cook.
No, man, no, I don't think that's a correct. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to do my homework. I don't think you guys are being honest here.
Say, we being honest, say.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, if you want to say that someone is selling cakes, what do you say in your language?
Someone is selling them.
Cakes.
Eggs.
Cakes.
Someone is selling cakes, a cake.
Oh, urekisa dikuku.
You.
No. Yes.
Yeah, I have to be careful when I'm speaking to sort of people here. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
I didn't know that the cake was, I've heard ikuku being something else. So,
Okay, so what is the other meaning?
it's
pardon?
both.
So what is the other meaning of ikuk?
It's a punani.
Sir, you can't even say that. So you could have
No,
said
I've
it.
seen it in news. Remember, this is not my language. I've heard those languages, eh?
So you could have said it in a totally different way.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Hey,
no, here we are learning and we are adults anyway. So, guys, what do you call that other when you are talking in your language than in your Soto? Is it also the same language? That's what I'm trying to understand.
so, say, I have a question.
Yes.
So, why is a cook?
Can you please increase your volume? I can't hear you on my laptop here.
Say, what? Can you hear me? Say,
You said what? What?
I'm asking,
Uh-huh.
why is a cook? Like what I'm saying is, do you
As
eat
in, do I
cake?
eat a cake?
Yes.
Yo, I wouldn't answer that because I know that you're talking about
All of the
something.
above say.
Okay, so yeah, let's leave it.
Okay, that's very interesting. So would you ask,
So you
for
didn't answer
example,
the
your grandmother or
question.
someone old, if you bought a piece of cake, like if you bought cake at home, then you're offering them a piece of cake. Would you say it in that way?
Yes,
Yes.
sir. I would ask her.
Aibo.
They don't think like us.
Yes.
They don't think like us.
Yes.
They are not dirty-minded. We are dirty-minded. They are not.
So,
We are
Ntachi,
not
have you ever said that
dirty-minded.
before to your parents? Like, if you're offering them a piece of cake?
No. But if someone dared me to do it, I would do it.
I
Pia,
dare
would
you
you do
not
the
to offer
same?
to your parents.
Would I?
Would you offer your mom a piece of cake in your language?
I would.
Hey.
So we're not going to
Yo,
be thinking of it
guys,
like.
I don't think I would cope with that. Mama, like asking your mom if she wants a piece of cake. Mama ubatla kuku. No, man, it just doesn't sound nice, you know?
Yeah, it's bad
Think
when
of it
she.
like that.
But I'm sure that you can use the word cake in English, like ubatla cake. Wouldn't that work?
Oh, these comments.
No.
It would work, guys. The same way you would say sugar in English in your language, right?
Yes.
Yo, I've learned something today. Okay. We have got brownies, we have got cupcakes, we have got dikuku.
The cook.
Then a fourth one.
The cook takes the camera.
You know what? Let me do something. I don't trust this sort of speaking, guys. Let me quickly go to Google. Google Translator. You said this is Soto, right?
Yes.
Let me look for Soto.
Say so too.
How come I can't find the language? I'm busy searching.
So you can just search Sesotho to English.
Okay. Let me actually do this. Stop sharing.
Everything.
You see,
See, I
these
didn't
things are
think
very pertinent in marketing because you're creating a marketing message out there, not knowing that you're saying something that is completely inappropriate. You say I say Sisutu or Sisoto.
So what kind of spelling is that?
The suit.
Suit. and
All
let's,
right,
yes.
let's see.
It's gonna say Google.
Oh, what?
Wait, let's search the other meaning.
Exactly.
Let's search the
What?
other word in English.
Yo, okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Let's leave it there, so it's fine.
What do you want to do, Leanda?
Nothing, say.
All right. Let me stop sharing this screen. I want to search some other word and see if it's the same meaning.
Let's see.
Okay. Now we move on to our slides. Or at least I'm on Google here.
Oh,
Yeah.
So you guys grew up knowing this.
I guess so.
yes.
Oh, it's now completely different. Okay. So the other term that we're thinking is not what it is in Soto.
But it
So
is.
the other one, I searched it now. It's called Botehadi. It's totally
Yeah,
different.
so that's not what you guys think. If the only kuku that is in Sesotho is cake, nothing else. I don't know where this other kuku is coming from.
No, but
You know,
sir.
Because here, let me show you. Here's my screen. If you do vice versa, you see here I searched for kuku. It's cake. That's it. They're not giving me another meaning here.
Exactly.
You see, I'm searching what is kuku in Soto. From Soto to English, it's cake. Or maybe people, the same way that we use slang to call something a velvet cake. I want to have your cake. Maybe that's where it came from. Otherwise, I think the real and original language for kuku is cake.
yeah,
Wait, so I just want to understand. So they would say, I want a chocolate cuckoo.
Yeah, you say that they're agreeing. Kia, Tati, and Lebo, they're agreeing. So that's their language.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Lebo, I'm listening.
yeah. Let's both agree. So say cake is nice.
Yeah. It's not
No, I'm
nice.
saying
I've
like
never loved the cake.
oh, you don't eat the cake. Yeah.
Kanjani?
Pardon?
You don't eat a cake.
I am allergic to cake from now onward.
I say
Say, you always talk about us being honest. Be honest.
Let me ask the donkey so in the group. If they laugh, just know that it's something else. All right, guys, I need a third product that can be produced at the bakery. We've got brownies. We've got, what else, by the way?
Cupcakes
Cupcakes and cake.
and bread. So
bread. Okay. So out of these four, we've realized that the one that is being sold at high rates is cupcakes. So how can we program the keywords that would make the sales for dikuku and brownies go higher compared to cupcakes? So when customers come to our site, they are buying cupcakes only. They are not buying cakes. They are not buying brownies. They are not buying what else is it? Bread, of course. So even the video that you are putting there, they only watch the videos on how to make cupcakes. We also want them to watch the videos about how to make a brownie, how to make bread, and so on. So how can we use specific keywords so that the customers interact with videos or buy the things that are not being sold?
So please come again.
So I said that for customers, so we've got a website. We've got a website that sells all the products that we have in form of brownies, in form of cakes, in form of bread, and in form of cupcakes. So we have realized that people are only engaging with content that is related to cupcakes only. They are buying cupcakes, they are watching videos about how to make cupcakes, but they are not buying cakes, they are not buying brownies, they are not buying bread, they are not even watching the videos about bread, brownie, and cake. So we have realized that they find the content about cupcakes when they search on Google cupcakes. Now we want them to be exposed to these things that are not selling well when they make their searches. So what words can we use as part of the key phrases that they can use to get the product?
Freshly baked, maybe.
Freshly baked.
Yes.
Okay. What else? Yo, these kids are going to report me that I was saying something that was inappropriate, but I heard it from level. So there are two things that we can do there, guys. The first one is the key phrases when people come to buy cupcakes. So whenever people search cupcakes, instead of having cupcakes only on the filter, on the search filter, we need to make sure that cakes do appear. We need to make sure that bread do appear, but it appears in form of a ranking. So whatever that they are looking for, it's going to appear at the top. Then all the other stuff that they didn't search for can appear at the bottom. Therefore, the chances of customers being able to see brownies and stuff like that is going to be high. I don't know if I'm making any sense, guys.
Yes, sir.
Then the second one is that when customers are selecting cupcakes, adding cupcakes to a cart, at the bottom of that website, we can say related items, then put brownies. It makes sense, right?
Yes, sir.
The same thing like it would work. Let me see here. I've just searched the word smartphone. I want to stop my share and share something else. So here I've just searched the word smartphone, right? Let's go to this one. I don't even know how to pronounce it, whether they say Xiaomi or whatever. Can you see my screen, guys?
Sir.
Then I'm on Takealot here. That's the product that is better positioned for me to buy, right? But now there are other products that are not selling that. At the bottom here, you would see it says related products. Can you see that? So
Yep.
this is the long tail concept. Even if a customer is looking for a Xiaomi Redmi, because it is popular, that's why it appeared on the SEO when I searched smartphone. So this phone is popular. Even if I'm looking for this as a customer, now they've put the products that they want me to have. So this is the long tail marketing. Does it make sense, guys?
So, sir, the products that were put there are the ones that are, I would say, maybe not being bought the most.
Yes, sometimes they are the ones that are not being bought the most, but sometimes they are the ones that haven't met their target yet. Remember, as companies, sometimes you tell yourself that by the end of June, we must sell all the Samsung Galaxy. This one, the Samsung Galaxy. We must sell 50 Samsung Galaxy. So now you realize that you haven't met the target for sales yet. You can also position there. So it's not about something that is not being sold, maybe something that is not yet popular, or it's a sale that you need to reach as your target, as your internal target. Am I making any sense, Lebo?
Yes, sir.
All right, I saw someone's mic on. Was it Luyanda or Tati?
So I think it was mine, sorry.
Okay, so that's how, even guys, even if you're a singer, you know, I've seen artists, you have got a song that is performing well in the market out of your album. Then you've got other songs that are not doing well, you know, and you are performing. The audience is asking specifically that when you come to the show, you need to perform this song for us. But you'd see singers maybe singing one paragraph of that song that is not performing well, sort of positioning that song that it also get loved. I don't know if I'm making any sense.
You are, sir.
So these products, I wouldn't say that they are not popular. I wouldn't say that you know, they're at the bottom because of XYZ. Sometimes it can work in such a way that you have got sales deadline. You have told yourself internally as a company that by end of June, all these Samsung AE04 whatever have to be sold. And all of a sudden you realize that you only sold 2. Then you use the long tail concept to make sure that they are more exposed when customers are looking for something else so that they can be convinced to buy this one instead. All right. So that's how you apply the long tail concept. You can apply it in relationships. You can apply it in your academics. You can apply it wherever you go, but it's used mostly in marketing, and it can help to sell the things that are not selling well. Are there any questions about this exercise? So you'd realize that the long tail key phrases may drive a low volume of traffic, but as you can see in the previous graph, the combined traffic of all the key words in long tail matters. Visitors to a site from long tail key phrases tend to be better leads as they are searching for something very specific. It can be recommended to use search engine optimization to tackle keywords in the head of a long tail graph and use pay-per-click to drive traffic for long tail keywords. So I'm going to talk about PPC and SEO next semester, if I remember very well. So that's it, guys, about the case study. Are there any questions or queries?
No, sir.
Okay, so let's introduce price as an element of the marketing mix. We have done product. So in the next lesson, let's look at price as an element of the marketing mix. I know